Hi everybody, my name is Stephanie Thiessen and I'm your Gel Moment independent distributor. Today I'm going to be showing you 3 different ways to make your Christmas holiday manicure a showstopper using your Gel Moment gel polishes. First off, I'm going to start by showing you how to make a snowflake that looks like it's shimmering in the snow. I have started with a base color of Malibu. I've also covered it with a coat of Spectrum Chrome and then sealed that in with a coat of Clearly Frisky. Then we're going to use Meet Me at the Chapel to create our snowflake design. I like to use Meet Me at the Chapel for the white because it's a bit of a thicker polish than Lovey Dovey, so it goes on a little bit easier and doesn't run quite as much. So I'm starting off by creating a line straight down the middle of the nail using the small striper brush from the Creativity set. Then I'm going to create lines out either side, almost creating a bit of a Y on either side of that center line. The reason I sealed the chrome in with Clearly Frisky before starting the snowflake design is in case you do need to wipe off any areas of your snowflake. If you didn't have it sealed in with Clearly Frisky, you would end up wiping off the chrome powder. Now I did a full cure on these 3 lines because we're going to be adding over top of them. I am doing more Ys off of the end of those lines to create a bit of that unique snowflake design. For the rest of the snowflake, I'm going to be flash curing in between each step. This is a quick flash cure for about 5 seconds, and what this allows me to do is to wipe off any areas that I mess up on without removing what I've already done and I'm happy with. To make these middle connecting lines even in the center of your snowflake, place dots where the points of those lines are going to connect in the middle before beginning to draw your lines. This will help make those lines nice and even. The last step in your snowflake design is to use the smallest size dotting tool to create the dots at the end of the points of your snowflake, as well as on either side of the middle points in the middle of your snowflake. Once you're finished with your snowflake design and happy with the way it looks, give it a full cure before finishing off with a sealing coat of Clearly Frisky. This shimmering snowflake design is a beautiful addition to any holiday manicure. Next, I'm going to show you how to do a really easy Christmas tree using 3 different colors: Guilty Soiree, Emerald Envy, and again, Meet Me at the Chapel. I have a base color of Lovey Dovey on this nail stick, and we're going to start with doing lines in Emerald Envy, just in the basic shape of a Christmas tree with a point at the top for the top of the tree. Then I'm using Guilty Soiree and just adding it on top of those wet lines of Emerald Envy. We're going to eventually pull everything together to give it that Christmas tree look. The next step will be to use the Meet Me at the Chapel color. It's very hard to see on top of Lovey Dovey, but you just add it on top of the Guilty Soiree line before you pull everything through using either a toothpick or I'm using the small striper brush from the Creativity set. With this design, you could really use any colors that you wanted to match your current manicure. We're going to give it a full cure before we top off our tree with a star from the Sterling Studs Nail Art Adhesives collection. This is a beautiful silver star. You could also add other ornaments onto the tree. You could do different designs on it, add a stump if you wanted to as well. But we're just going to finish this off with a coat of Clearly Frisky to seal in our nail art adhesive star as well as the design of our Christmas tree. Then after a final full cure under the LED lamp, your Christmas tree is ready to show off with your beautiful Christmas manicure. Lastly, I'm going to show you how to do the very trendy sweater nail art design. We're going to start by having our base color, in this case it's London Dreams, made with a matte finish. So you can either use Matter Effect to give it that matte finish, or you can just use your buffer on your nail file to buff the shine away. And then we're going to begin doing our knitted design on our nail stick. There are a ton of different knitted designs that you can create for a sweater nail art look. What you want to do though is build up your knitted look by doing multiple coats of your knitting over top of your base color. So this centered knitting design is going to have 3 coats of London Dreams over top of itself so that it gives it that raised texture that we're looking for in that knitted sweater design. Make sure that you are doing a full cure in between each coat of your knitting design. The next step is to create the straight lines in this knitted design. I'm using the smallest dotting tool from the Creativity set and then giving that first line a quick flash cure so that if I do mess up on the other side, that I can wipe it off without ruining the line that I've already done on the right side of the nail. I'm using a very small dotting tool, but you could also use a toothpick or a wooden cuticle pusher or even a small brush to create the elements of this design. To save time in the video, I have removed the portion that shows the second coat being applied to the knitted design. Just remember, to create that raised look, you want to make sure that you have at least 3 coats of polish on each aspect of your knitting on your sweater nail. The last part of this sweater nail is just dots on either side of the lines that you did, just finishing off with a little bit more texture. Then we'll do a full cure after doing 3 coats on those dots and finish off with a coat of Matter Effect to give it that matte sweater look. I hope you found some Christmas holiday manicure inspiration in this video. If you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. Thanks so much for watching.